Hey guys, this is Scott Gailor. I'm here for the Tone Junkie Chronicles today to talk to you about the Keely DarkSide. This is a really awesome pedal. It's basically David Gilmour in a box, and it's needless to say, it's based on the Dark Side of the Moon record and those tones and different things. So today I'm at ICEMAN Studio here in Royal Palm. I'm going to be using a 1978 Marshall JMP 100 instead of my standard Boogies and Boss amps because I want to have a little bit more authentic tone. We don't have a high watt, so this is about as close as I'm going to get. Right now I'm just in the dark side using a power supply and expression pedal for different tones. What I'm going to do is just run through some sounds and show you kind of the things it can do. I'm not going to do the Pink Floyd thing. There's a ton of videos of this already out there where guys being David Gilmour. What I want to show you is that it can do other stuff. The fun part with this pedal is the delay. That is definitely my favorite part of this. You know, it's an old plate style delay, and the color of the rainbow determines what you're changing through the different plate densities, and it's really killer. Robert and crew just went over the top. So I'll do the box thing here really quick. You get this nice instructional card which tells you what everything does. A beautiful velvet case, which reminds me of something I should get with Crown Royal. A wonderful business card, and the new cool Keely sticker. So very awesome way to keep your pedal nice and clean and put away and all that. And the boxes look great on the shelf. You can tell exactly what everything is. Now this is the dark side that doesn't have the loop or the actual rainbow prism effect on the triangle. So this is just the new dark side. I think it's the V2. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on that, anybody out there in YouTube land. So again, I'm going to run through some sounds and hope you dig it. All right, so first thing we're going to do is I'm going to give you what sounds basically the clean of the Marshall. So there you go. That's our bass sound. That's what we're using. Right now I've got the level at about 2 o'clock, maybe 3 o'clock. The fuzz is at around 3.5, and the filter just shy of midway. So this is going to be the first tone. Now I have to admit, this is more of a rat style bass fuzz versus like a Germanian style fuzz, and so it's a little more overdrivey for me. I actually think it's a great overdrive as well as being a fuzz pedal. So here we go. Big, huge sound, tons of saturation, not a lot of noise. So that's really a nice touch too. I mean, we're using an old Marshall into a Boogie cab. There's no gates, there's nothing else. So not a ton of noise, really cool. I'm gonna swap it up a little bit. I'm gonna take the fuzz back a hair, and I'm gonna take the level all the way up and see what we get. Very nice, cascades into nice feedback. Very chunky, very AC/DC-ish, kind of cool, digging it. One last setup, let's take the fuzz all the way up and really just saturate it. Oh, there comes that noise. And I'm gonna take the level, give or take at about 2 or 3 o'clock. Wow, that rings out for days. That's pretty cool. All right, also too, there's a button on the front, little push button, that can change the order of the fuzz. In other words, how it hits the effects that are also in this workstation. So You can put it in the front, you can put it at the end of the effects. I have it pushed in so that it's being in the front of the effects. So as we go throughout the demo process, this is going to be in the front so that you're hearing it like you would a traditional amp. So it would be fuzz, delay, reverb, etc. into the Marshall. So those are definitely the dirty sounds. Very, very cool there. I am going to switch up here for a second. And also, by the way, there's a toggle switch on the bottom, which I forgot to mention. I'm using the full setup on this. There is a flat and there is a scoop. So you know what, real quick, I'm going to go to my favorite setting, which was the first setting we used. So as a reference, here's the full setting with just an E chord. I'm going to switch over to the flat toggle. And I'm going to go to the scoop toggle. So definitely some sounds there to play with. So far, I'm really the fan of the full. The full is definitely my favorite. All right, so we're going to switch it up. I'm going to stop the tape here real quick and switch through. We're going to get into all the reverb, actually not reverbs, I'm sorry. You're going to get into the delay and the phaser and all the different stuff that's living inside of this, okay? So here we go. All right, guys, so this is the tape delay. I want you to hear the Marshall really quick. Again, just clean, or cleanish, as cleanish as Marshall gets on this point. Excuse me. Now, the delay is one of my favorite parts of this pedal. It's kind of a combination of an old plate delay, an old Memory Man, just those old classic 60s and 70s delay. Robert really captured into a box without the tape hassle and all the craziness that goes with it. I'm running it right now on the green setting, so you have a couple of different colors of red, orange, yellow, and green, kind of like the rainbow on the Dark Side cover. And my depth, not my depth, excuse me, my time is at about 7 o'clock, and my feedback is at about 10 o'clock, give or take. So I have it hooked up with an expression pedal so I can change it when I turn it through. Let me turn that on, actually. So there it is without the expression pedal. And now if I push the expression pedal all the way down, and it will just isolate it or oscillate into itself, which is really cool. So I'm going to throw a little fuzz on here with the delay and let you kind of hear it straight up. Again, I really kind of dig this, you know, the whole edge thing. You know, just really kind of cool and snappy. So same thing here. I'm going to add the fuzz and so really cool. You can control the different aspects of it with the expression pedal. All the workstations have an expression pedal with the exception of the Tone workstation, so you can do a lot of cool stuff. I'm currently using the Dunlop Volume X and just a regular tip ring sleeve cable, nothing special, no special cable needed, just any expression pedal will work. And I've had a lot of good luck with the Dunlop product on this, so not shilling for Dunlop on this, just think that it works really well with the Keely products. Now I'm going to change the delay to a super fast delay, which is going to be down in the red. I'm going to put the depth way up and the rate way down, and should be kind of fun. Almost like a crazy kind of country. know, just that really quick, but if I put the expression all the way down, again, so much cool stuff you can do because of the expression end of it. So again, I could do this all day with that effect, so it's really cool. My favorite part of this pedal is definitely the delay for sure. Next thing we're going to cover is the Flange Rotary side. And really simple, you flip this toggle switch over to the left, and now we're in that area. So I'm going to look and see what kind of sound I've already got set here. Pretty basic. When you roll in your expression pedal, you start adding the craziness to it. And you know, that whole underwater sound. I've been to sessions where guys have been like, "Can you play it blue? Can you make it sound like underwater?" Well, now you can. So this is really neat. Let us see. Depth is probably at 3 o'clock. Rate is probably around 9 o'clock, and I am on the red setting still. And the level is probably about 40%. I'm actually going to jack the level up to 50%, and I'm going to move to the yellow dot. And really cool kind of Hendrixy vibe too, even though I know it's more Gilmour based. Going to throw my fuzz setting in now. Sorry, that part never gets old either. So for my shoegaze people out there, definitely a lot of cool factors in that. You can just do, you can make it oscillate. I keep saying isolate. You can make it oscillate and do all these crazy cool stuff. Last but not least, I'm going to flip over to the phase Univibe side. So anybody who has been a fan of anything I've been doing knows that Univibe is my thing. I love different versions of Univibes. And they're hard to capture correctly because the old ones were so magical. And this one is pretty crazy. So using the same setting as before, you know, I mean, that is Gilmour in a box, my goodness. So cool, just so responsive. So again, now I'm going to throw the fuzz into it and have a little bit of fun. you go. That is the Keely DarkSide. All right, guys, so there you have it, the Keely DarkSide. Awesome pedal, really simple to use. You've got your flange and your rotary on one side, delay, basically tape delay in the middle, and then phaser and univibe on the other side. And then, of course, on your fuzz, you've got flat, full, and scoop. I really like this more as an overdrive than a fuzz. I have to be honest. I think as an overdrive, it's actually pretty gnarly and gives you enough fuzz that if you only wanted to take one pedal out with a couple tweaks live, you could use it. The expression pedal in is amazing. Being able to order the button around just by pushing it in. And the coolness of it, just the delay is worth the price of admission. That crazy old tape delay, this is probably one of the best tape delay sims I've ever played. So this is pretty badass. Robert and crew, again, have knocked it out of the park. And it's a small footprint, you know. I don't have big hands, I don't have small hands, as you can tell. It's just a small footprint, really easy. Definitely in love with this. So there you go. Go to robertkeeley.com. Go to ToneJunkieChronicles.com. Go to scottgailor.com. You have questions, you can reach me at scottgailorlessons@gmail.com. Peace.